feel like we as humans tend to overcomplicate things, and I'm nobody special, you feel me? Like, I do the exact same thing, but I always try to remind myself that you gotta keep it simple. Now, before we get started, I want you to get out of your head that simple means easy. I don't know why, but a lot of people associate simple with easy when it's not. I never said it was gonna be easy. You feel me? But MMA can be a lot more simple than people think. And again, we just tend to overcomplicate things, including myself. I used to overcomplicate MMA a lot when I first started. Obviously, when you're new, you don't have a lot of skills, you don't have a lot of techniques that are in your arsenal. So you're out here trying to learn a bunch of things at the same time. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely ran into that problem when I was first starting MMA, where I was just taking on too many different things, if that makes sense. Like, I was just learning too much different techniques at once. I was studying too much film on YouTube. Like, I was like watching like 6 different technique vids a day. It's one of those things where when you're new and you're kind of like trying to choose and pick so many different things that you don't really ever dive deeply into one, is the problem that I have, and I feel like it really hinders people from getting better at fighting, including myself. Again, when I first started, and I'll give you an example, like when I first started and I was a fresh white belt, I didn't know anything about jiu-jitsu, bro. Like, I barely knew how to pull guard. I barely knew how to set up a proper armbar. I barely knew what a Kimura was. But here I was on YouTube trying to like learn all these other techniques, like learn guard passing, learn this, learn that, learn a new submission. I was filling my head with so much of this other info where, of course, yes, it is going to be useful, but it wasn't helping me in the time being. Like, when you're first learning, you got to keep things as simple as possible. And again, I'm not trying to say simple is easy, because if y'all know, it's hard learning how to do stuff your first time. You know, it's not easy learning a triangle right away. It's not easy learning a rear naked choke right away. Like, these things, when you first learn them, they feel awkward, but you have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. So I really don't think, in my opinion, as a hobbyist, it never benefited me to overcomplicate things and to try to take on so many different techniques and try to learn so many different things when I hadn't even had the basic stuff down yet. You know, so I started cutting all that crap off. And of course, like, you have to follow the curriculum, then follow whatever it is that your coaches are teaching you, right? But besides what my coaches was teaching me, I really simplified it, bro. I started being like, okay, besides what I'm learning in class, I'm going to study one technique a week on YouTube. I'm going to watch that a shit ton of times. And then I'm going to work on that technique for like 2 weeks. And then I'm going to move on to the next thing. And I'm going to move on to the next thing. And it could be something simple. Like, I learned like one guard pass. And I studied that guard pass for like a week or 2 straight. And then tried to use it in rolling. Like, I tried to use it when we was going live. And then once I was getting the hang of that, then I was like, okay, now I can understand this. Let's branch out. Let's start learning more technique. People don't understand that the simple things like that, like doing simple steps like that, is what then leads into those complicated movements. It's what leads into those more technical, like, advanced moves. But you can't do those without the simple basics first. For example, in striking, I remember I had a homie that was new to MMA, and he was really struggling. One time, like, we was studying this 6-punch combination, and he was really struggling trying to get that combo right. I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I broke it down to him in a way where I feel like he digested it way better, because instead of like thinking of it as a 6-punch combination, I told him, hey bro, instead of thinking of it as a 6-punch combo, you have to break it into 3 punches or even 2 punches at a time, right? Like boom, 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 boom equals a 6-punch combination. So just think of it as 2, 2, 2 or 3, 3. I'm just trying to share with y'all how my brain works, right? But to me, breaking down something like that into more simpler segments and sections is way more digestible when you first are starting MMA than to jump right into these 6-punch, 8-punch combinations. You're diving into these like blue belt techniques in jiu-jitsu. You know what I'm saying, bro? You really just have to keep it simple. And even if you are at this more advanced level, I guarantee you that brushing up and keeping things simple will just do nothing but help benefit you as you're diving more into complicated things. And this, I feel like this doesn't even apply to just fighting. This applies to like all areas of life. We tend to overcomplicate things when sometimes we just have to keep it simple. And again, simple doesn't mean easy. I'll never forget what my old Muay Thai coach said. But you know, I remember talking about just even the basics in Muay Thai and just me being like, yeah, you know, like I'm still just always constantly brushing up on the basics. And my coach looked at me and he said, good, because honestly, that's what wins fights. Like the basics. The basics will win fights. And it goes down to the basics and being simple, because even in a fighting standpoint, if, you know, let's say you're in a fight, you're in deep waters, you're not going to be thinking about these long, complicated punch combinations. You're not going to be thinking about, when you're in that survival mode, your brain is going to go back to survival mode moves, which, in my opinion, are those 2-punch, 3-punch combinations. Those, you know what I'm saying? Like the things that keep it simple. The jab, low kick, the 1-2-3s, the high-low highs, 1-1-2s. Like those are the things that you're gonna do when you're under pressure and you can't think and you're just in survival mode. You're trying to stop somebody from taking your head off. Even in my sparring footage, in my vids where I'm doing jiu-jitsu, like I may be doing these certain moves that are more advanced, but I guarantee you that they all started from simple techniques, just simple drills. If you guys could do any homework for this week, I would say just try to slow it down. If you're new to MMA, slow it down. Try to learn one thing on YouTube this week. Try to watch one of my vids and learn one thing this week. Try to dial that in. Let me know what you guys think about this topic. Also, let me know if you guys want more MMA discussions or if I should go back to posting more vlogs. I mean, I'm going to be doing both regardless, but again, I really want to know your feedback.